What's up? So today is Friday, January 16th, 2026. And today they just approved my $2,000 payout on one of my Apex accounts. Um, they actually even, subtracted the money from their account already. But I just basically want to go over how I typically go about trading, how I was able to get this payout, and all of that. So when it comes to trading, for the most part, all I do is focus on gold, US 30, Nas, and Bitcoin, right? Those are the four pairs that I really just focus on trading. Um, there's basically two different type of setups that I look for. I teach three different type of setups, but there's typically only just two setups that I look for, and that's literally all you need, right? When you start to try to trade five different type of setups, five different type of strategies, you get a lot of mixed results, causing you to have inconsistency in your trading. And so you definitely want to, one, like I said, focus on certain amount of pairs, like 2 to 4. You want to focus on at least 1 to 2 strategies. And you want to have certain times of the day that you're trading, right? And so the times of the day that I like trading typically are 2 a.m. to noon, latest 2 p.m., right? I find it to be a lot more efficient. I get to catch bigger moves around that time because there's more volume when it comes to those pairs. So those are the main reasons why I decided to trade in between the times of 2 a.m. and noon, or 2 a.m. to 2 p.m., right? The reasons why I decide those four things to trade, or I'm just more consistent with those than trading other things, right? Trading is about making money, maintaining money, right? And so you definitely want to trade things that you can continually make money from and continually maintain your money and not consistently lose your money. So you want to find those pairs that give you that advantage, right? Because once you have that advantage, once you have that edge against the market, it's basically about just abusing that edge to make more and more and more money, right? And then, like I said, also I focus on 1 to 2 strategies, right? When you have more than 2 strategies, it forces you to do a lot of thinking, right? When you can start to make trading like basically stress-free, thought-free, where you just like, hey, I'm looking at all my checkpoints on my strategy, like everything is checked off on this list of what needs to happen for me to enter the trade. Trading becomes so much simpler, right? Even when you lose a trade, you're not questioning if you entered the trade and it was wrong, because you followed every step that was needed to enter that trade, right? So like I said, you want to have a checklist, even like, oh, okay, it needs to break out of this, or it needs to be below this or be above this, it needs to cross the SMA, it needs to cross the EMA. Whatever the case may be, especially in the beginning while you're still developing your strategy or learning somebody else's strategy, you want to have a checklist and make sure everything aligns before entering, right? And so if you can do all of those things, getting a payout is actually super simple, right? And so if you can get one payout, you can get multiple payouts, right? You can get another payout following that, another payout following that. And even if you think about it this way, if you can get one payout on one account and they have the opportunity where you can merge accounts together and trade them all at the same time, passing one account, you can pass 5 accounts all at once, or you can pass 20 accounts all at once. But it's all about just being disciplined, being patient, and literally following these steps. Like a lot of times people just get to trading wild. They don't have a trading strategy, or they don't have a risk plan, risk management plan, and they could be so close to passing their account, or even so close to getting a payout from their account, but it just all falls apart because they don't have that system, right? So you must develop that system in which you're going to follow day in and day out, even if it comes to the point where you might not catch a trade that day. Like you have to be fine with not catching a trade sometimes in the day to get payouts, right? So it's almost like you got to make sacrifices in which you do more, but then you also do less, right? You do more, by following more rules, following your checklist, following your risk management plan, following your trading plan. Like you're doing more in that aspect, but then you're doing less, as in you might take less trades overall, right? You feel like you don't have to always be in the trade. Like once you get into that mindset, trading becomes easy, profit becomes easy to obtain, which then leads to passive accounts, right? So I'm going to continue to not just show myself getting payouts, but then I'm also going to be showing people within the Discord group also getting payouts, so you can see um, that what I do myself and what I teach to others honestly works. Um, and basically, this is something that can easily make you thousands and thousands of dollars. And so, um, just a quick video. That's it for this video. Just explaining how I got this $2,000 payout off of this 50K account. Like I said, I'm gonna actually get more payouts from different accounts and keep it going.